What's happening, everyone? TomGorian here. Welcome to episode number 5 of the F124 Alpine to Glory series. This is the 5th race of season 1 of the Alpine to Glory here at Imola. One of my favourite circuits of the F1 calendar this season, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. And yeah, as you can see, we are having a good season. We are 6th in the Constructors and we are 9th in the Drivers' Championship. 21 points to our name. We are 1 point behind Lance Stroll and 2 points ahead of Oscar Piastri, and our teammate is actually doing quite well. Check out the previous video in the annotation and also the video playlist so that you are up to date with the Haas to Glory, and subscribe to the channel for more F124 content. So we begin episode number 5 with the long awaited upgrades to the chassis, and as you can see, we are slowly but surely making our way in towards that echelon of the midfield as far as the top of Formula 1.5. And as you can see, we are just waiting for that cockpit weight reduction. Pierre Gasly has decided to go with tyre blankets as an upgrade for this season, which is quite weird because I thought tyre blankets were banned in Formula 1 as part of the regulations. We get a rear downforce upgrade, which is the beam wing, which will help for a more stable rear end with traction and also medium to high speed corners. And yeah, we don't really need to touch the downforce. We have a decently downforced package with our car. We're pretty much in the midfield, so the only things that we need to really work on is really the chassis and also the powertrain. Pierre Gasly, he is got some upgrades coming for the chassis. As you can see, we are the second worst chassis, so we need to really start to be thinking about some of these upgrades. I'm going to try and get that cockpit weight reduction upgrade, but Pierre Gasly is thinking about getting that tyre blankets upgrade. So if we can get 3 chassis upgrades, or 2, before the Canadian Grand Prix, and as you can see, that's a minor upgrade for the weight reduction, we are going to do that one, which would take us, I believe, ahead of RB, and maybe even Williams. I'm not really sure. As you can see, there's the specialty goals. We are continuing with the manufacturing expert. We've got to drive, 95 meters in the space of this weekend. There is the wind tunnel engineer. She's going to be back next weekend. I'm not sure. The strategy analyst, he is not here this week. I think he'll be back in 2 more races, but we are going to be continuing with the manufacturing expert goal as we try to get towards level 3 and make sure that all of our upgrades don't fail on us. But it's similar, no line, a track that I actually like on F124 with an actual upgrade. Let's see what we can do.
Welcome along, everybody, to Imola, just down the road from Ferrari HQ, and they know a thing or two about pace, and pace today is king. It's qualifying day, and it's great to have you with us.
So here we go with qualifying, and I have to say, this was probably the first time that I've felt really confident with F124 as far as the setup I'm running and just the track knowledge as well. I did a lot of laps in practice, around about 20 laps, as far as just getting used to the car, getting used to the track, and I have to say, this is one of the most satisfying tracks to get right. As you can see, the first lap on the board, we do a 15.6, which puts us on the verge of the top 10. As we enter the last 25 seconds of qualifying, we're in P9, and we are the last car to go out with 20 seconds to go. And here we are, getting ready for our final lap here in qualifying. And this lap is probably one of the best laps I've done so far on F124. Brake just after the 100 meter board, turn 1, hug the apex for turn 2, and then you're on your way in towards turn 3, in towards the Tamburello. Actually, no, in towards the Villeneuve chicane. Hug the apex for 4, downshift into 4th, in towards 4th gear, and now in towards the Tosa hairpin. Stick towards the right hand side, well, left hand side, and now have your traction ready as you enter Ackerman Raleigh up the hill. 50 meter board, braking towards 5th gear, and as you can see, we have gained 4 tenths on this lap as we go in towards, I think it's Ravazza, or I have no idea, I keep forgetting these names, I do apologise. I like to think that my Imola corner knowledge is quite well. I only know the names of sectors 1 and 2, but as we enter the chicane, we gain 3 more temps, but we're in 2nd gear, which is not really good. So if we want to try and get a good lap. We're going to have to gain another 2 temps. Breaking towards the final couple of corners. We go slightly wide. We're 6.5 temps up. We hug the apex too much, though. As we come across the line, it's a 6.5 temp improvement. Across the line we go. What position are we? We're second. Second place in an Alpine at Imola. What lap time did we set? How close was the gap? Wow. Less than 1/10. Less than a 10th behind Max Verstappen in the Red Bull. Wow, we did a 14.9. 14.9, that's actually not a bad lap time on 104 difficulty. That is not bad. And we've nailed that. I mean, obviously, Sector 3, we could have done a way better job with Sector 3. However, we'll take that. Second place, Gasly's in 12th. Okay, 7 temps behind. But less than a 10th away from Max Verstappen in the Red Bull. I will take that all day long. Unfortunately, none of our ratings improve. But, however, the only thing that matters is that we have a chance to score points on Sunday.
Welcome once again to the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo e Dino Ferrari. The clue's in the name. This is very much Ferrari home turf, and the locals will be out in force today to support their team in what we hope will be a magnificent spectacle of motorsport. On then to the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. One lap of Imola, anti-clockwise of course, unlike most Formula 1 circuits, will take our drivers round 3.1 miles of track. 19 turns, 9 right-handers and 10 to the left. Drivers will need to be precise at the hairpin at turn 7, given the subsequent uphill section. Without a good exit from that corner, they'll lose a lot of time on that stretch. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and Thomas completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Norris, Perez, Sainz, Leclerc, Hamilton, Russell, Oscar Piastri, Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Albon, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Joe, Bottas, Hülkenberg, Magnussen and Logan Sargent. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And alongside me in the commentary box today, a man who I always look up to, which is easier said than done, Anthony Davidson. As we all know, every single driver wants to know what's required of them. And in the case of this driver, I think things are pretty stable at the moment. They're doing what the team require. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that...
Yeah, Anthony Davidson, please do me a favour and shut the hell up already. Welcome to race day here at Imola for round 5 of the 2024 championship. The strategy, as of course, is a one-stop race. We're going to go from the mediums to the hards. However, the gap between the normal and the alternate isn't that much. It's only 2,000th of a second according to the strategy. We're going to slightly decrease the wings just so that we can match the AI with the straight line speed. There is the setup, as you can see. I'm going to make a video quite soon about how to be faster on F124, and I'm going to talk about the setups as far as what I've understood with this game. I'm going to slightly increase the front tire pressures because pretty much when we go into the harder compounds, we want to be as strong as we can for the race. So, this could be a mega day. We could be on the podium for all we know. However, all we want to do is score points. So without further ado, let's get straight into the race.
The formation lap gets underway and every driver will be looking to settle in for the race ahead, making sure that their car is ready for the battle once the lights go out. As the cars come back towards the grid to line up for the start of the race, each driver will be wanting to get the best start they possibly can, and they'll be hoping to finish today's race on the podium, and failing that, within the points.
Let's hope we actually score points in today's race. We're in second position. We're on the dead side of the track. However, if we can get a good start and try and get away from Norris in the McLaren, we can hopefully try and beat Max Verstappen to the line. As long as we score points, that's the only thing that matters in the Alpine to glory for the first season. But here we go, getting ready for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix for 5 red lights. Long hold, but away we go in Imola. It's a good start by us. Verstappen's actually bogged down. We take the lead here in Imola, but can we hold on? Yes, we can. We've cut across Verstappen. Perez tries to go round the outside in towards 10-1. We hold the lead of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix in Imola, and that was an amazing start. I can't lie. Verstappen did bog down there, and Leclerc's into 4th place with Norris in P5, but it's a dream start for us as we have clean air as we start to settle into this race. But the question is, how long can we hold the pace for? As you can see, the overpowered straight line speed of the Red Bulls are clear to see. However, I have noticed a bit of a meta as far as the ERS is concerned. What you usually do, and how the AI are so quick, is that they usually go on a hot lap, and then when they enter 7th gear, they go on to overtake, just like that. And as you can see, Verstappen 18-2, but Verstappen, as you can see, on the inside line on lap 3, can we somehow match Verstappen? Perez is going to try and make a free wide. We're going to cut across Max Verstappen, and we retain the lead here at Imola. However, once again, it's just going to be constant pressure for the first 10-11 laps until the box comes. Sainz does a 17-2, a whole second quicker. Verstappen once again tries to go around the inside line, but he just doesn't have the drag to keep up with us to really get that move done. And as long as we're in hot lap and also overtake, but as you can see, as soon as I say that, Verstappen is past us and he cuts across us there, and Max Verstappen officially takes the lead of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. A bit of a contact warning there for the collision with Max Verstappen. However, we can try and get DRS. We are under a second with Max Verstappen, but however, as you can see, we have no DRS because our DRS is broken and it's failed on us. So now we literally have no battery. Well, we have 9% battery left, and we can't really do anything against the race leaders and the front runners. So for the next, I'd say, 5-6 laps, it's just going to be painful because we don't have DRS to fight with. And even with the drag reduction system, the Ferraris and also the Red Bulls, they don't really pull away as much as I thought. And now, as you can see, this is just an overtaking montage. As you can see, both Ferraris, Leclerc overtook us. Sainz was about to overtake us, but we are confident in our braking ability as we enter the Tamburello chicane. And yeah, that's pretty much our story of this race so far. And as you can see, once again, there's confirmation of the battery and also the DRS failure. But as you can see, the gap towards me and Russell, 2.5 seconds, and we are closing in on the front runners. So I don't know what's happened as far as Russell or Sainz has got damage, but as you can see, we are closing in on the race leaders, and they're holding each other up. And as you can see, we are just over a second behind the race leaders. So hopefully we're now under a second again as we now come in towards lap 15 of this race. We're going to box for the hard tyres. Verstappen, Leclerc, ourselves, we are in, and I think Verstappen might get held up here by, I think, maybe someone else. As we come in towards the box, I think Piastri's not staying in. I think Zhou's also in as well. No, he's not. Hulkenberg might be in. He's not. Charles Leclerc's actually jumped us. However, we've jumped Max Verstappen in the box. I think Albon boxed. Yes, he did. Albon, Tsunoda, Bottas, they boxed. And I think Verstappen had a bad stop right there. And as you can see, we've taken the lead of this race. I don't know why. I didn't edit that out. I don't know why CapCut hasn't shown that. A bit of an editing failure on our side. But we overtook Charles Leclerc on the start-finish straight on the next lap. And however, with the McLarens staying out and going long, that means we are now racing for the lead of this race. Not the net lead, not because we've stayed out, for the genuine win here at Imola. So, with the race now on, towards the end, we've got to try and somehow hold off a quicker, faster, dragless Ferrari with 12 laps to go on the same tyres. And also we've got to try and hold off the Red Bulls of Verstappen and also Sergio Perez with 11 laps to go. It sounds hard, but as long as we know what we're doing, as long as we can keep them behind, then we should be okay. Leclerc takes the lead as we try to go on the inside of the Tamborel chicane, and we retain the lead simply because of our car placement of the apex. And that's what we've been doing pretty much the entire race. Daniel Ricciardo is out in the RB of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Here comes Charles Leclerc once again. He's going to go towards the outside, but we're just slightly braking later than him as we go a little bit wide. We do retain position though, and we move forward. Leclerc is still once again 4.5 tenths behind, and as you can see, I go into hot lap and then in towards 7th gear. I go in towards overtake. Lewis Hamilton is now out of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, so the Mercedes not really having the best of days for the Works team as Hamilton is now out. So as you can see, we've actually pulled away from DRS. Leclerc is still closing us down, but we are now pulling away from the Ferrari. And now, as you can see, entering the braking zone, Verstappen overtakes Charles Leclerc, and now we have to fight the Raging Bull, the reigning world champion, the triple world champion, Max Verstappen in the Red Bull. If we can honestly hold on against the Red Bull, as you can see, we do lose a couple of miles an hour. We were 197, now we're 193 in towards the braking zone, but we do retain the lead with 3 laps to go. Now, look at this corner sequence. We absolutely nail Aquaminerali, I think, and as we enter the chicane, Verstappen is just over 9.5 tenths behind. Now, he's lost 4 tenths because of that chicane. And now, Verstappen is no longer in DRS. So, with 1 lap to go, we're going to do the impossible and potentially win the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Verstappen is 2.2 seconds behind, and as long as we don't bottle the last 2 corners, the impossible is going to be the possible. Round the final corner we go, we're going to win the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. What did we just do?
Oh, yes, 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 guys, yes! Come on, boys! Ah, fantastic drive, that's just fantastic, amazing, you deserved that race win, well done, mate.
They take the checkered flag then here in Imola in what has been another outstanding Grand Prix. A show-stopping performance from the 3 drivers approaching the podium right now. It's been an interesting Grand Prix, that's for sure.
You're damn right, David Croft, that was an interesting Grand Prix. We've won at Imola. Our first ever victory of the Alpine to glory in our first season after qualifying second, less than a tenth away from Max Verstappen, and we've battled and defended against Verstappen, Perez, Leclerc and the front runners, and we've won. What did we just do? I can't believe this. It doesn't feel real. On 104 difficulty, we've just won. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Even with no line, and we took the fastest lap of the race. We did a 16.9 in the fastest lap. The others didn't even do a 16. Verstappen did a 17.1, Leclerc did a 17.3, Russell did a 17.4, Sainz did a 17.2, but no one can match us all weekend long, and we've won. Gasly scores 2 points, a brilliant result for us here at Imola, and wow, that's really put the cat amongst the pigeons. I don't believe this. 76 awareness, 80 pace, and 73 focus. Unbelievable. We are nearly at a 78 rating, and yeah, we are still 38% in our recognition, and we are slowly but surely getting the first R&D secret upgrade. But that is that for episode 5 of the F124 Has to Glory. We've won at Imola. Madness. Madness. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more F124 career mode content, and yeah, that was sensational. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video in a bit.